My name is Jeremiah Gurry. I want to introduce my teaching philosophy, which is transformative and experimental learning styles. Transformative style of teaching as part of my philosophy. I expect my students to push themselves and exceed any expectation, curriculum, and etc. Reference Savage and Zimbardo 2012. I will also encourage my students to use their critical thinking skills more often, which enable them to work in an autonomous and an effective manner. This would encompass them to have a deep and thorough understanding of their own experience of world while applying this to their work inside and outside of the classroom. Experimental learning. My personal teaching philosophy, which enables my students to use a hands-on learning approach in the classroom and on assignment, tasks, and etc. This type of learning could help me to teach my students how to adapt and incorporate better learning skills so that they can learn old and new information in the present, retain it, and recall it for later use at a later time. Reference Farm 2020. Non-negotiable as a teacher in higher education. First, a teacher in higher education should be to act as a guide, which means that the teacher should point their students in the right direction, which is on the path to be successful in their educational journey. Second, a teacher in higher education should also be a counselor, which means that the teacher shows their students compassion and empathy for the problems which their students may be enduring while potentially hindering their learning process. The core value as a teacher in higher education includes fairness and respect of all students, and they will return these two traits to me as a teacher. Ways to create a positive learning atmosphere in the classroom. I can establish my and the school expectations clearly to a student from the first day of class. This includes rules, policies, behaviors, and etc. Second, I can foster respectful relationship by addressing each and every student by their first name. In the psychoeconomics class, live class, I can discuss with students in detail the etiquettes to use online, such as via email and discussion posts. I can also keep students involved with chat rooms and message boards. Thank you.